Hi, everybody. This is SAAD. Hope you're all doing well. Start of a new week. Uh, as many of you know, I've commented in many different platforms about Donald Trump. Uh, and usually my position is that, of course, there are things about him that are less than desirable. But I certainly was not one to think that he is going to marshal nuclear holocaust, that he's going to outlaw sex, and that he's going to force people to eat their babies. This is precisely what I call collective Munchausen, where everybody went into complete and utter hysteria regarding Trump. And of course, I discuss all of these issues in my forthcoming book, where I talk about the psychological reasons that people may have voted for Trump. Some of you may have seen me talk about these issues on various shows that I've appeared on. And I also discuss why many people experience great disdain for Donald Trump. And one of the reasons being that I argue that he he triggers, if you'd like, a sense of an aesthetic injury, the way he speaks, the way he carries himself. To many people, and certainly to academics, he is not a good exemplar of how a president should be. So in any case, I've weighed in on these issues on many occasions, and I think you'll agree that I take a temperate approach. I understand many of his drawbacks, but I also think that people need to be a bit less hysterical in their positions regarding Trump. In any case, earlier today I saw a tweet that came out of his feed. I don't follow Trump, but I guess someone must have shared it or something, and so I actually retweeted it because I thought that even by the eccentric standards of Mr. Trump, he may have taken it a bit too far. So let me read you the tweet and then you can judge for yourself. So this is him now. As I have stated strongly before, and just to reiterate, if Turkey does anything that I, in my great and unmatched wisdom, consider to be off limits, I will totally destroy and obliterate the economy of Turkey. I've done it before! Exclamation point. And then he goes on. There are a couple of issues here to discuss. Number one, my great and unmatched wisdom. Now, if you truly are doing this as an attempt at humor, I can understand that. I mean, I'm not sure that in the context of you being president of the United States and speaking about Turkey, you might want to have this kind of humor. But if it is truly that, then fine. He's got a unique, eccentric, humorous style, and so be it. On the other hand, if it was meant genuinely, and it's unclear whether it was or not, then it is certainly quite narcissistic. Now, I don't agree with many of my respected colleagues who think that it's a form of malignant narcissism. I think that he's just a narcissist, a plain vanilla narcissist who has a very strong dose of self-love. But again, if it was meant in jest, then that's fine. Now, of course, also, I'm not sure that you should be saying publicly on a tweet, I will obliterate Turkey. Again, I'm all for people who speak directly, people who don't engage in diplomatic BS talk that basically says nothing. But, there is a cadence, there is a temperance to the types of words you use. And I do think that in this case, he may have gone overboard with his tweeting. As I've mentioned before, I think President Trump's tweets is a reflection of the classic inverted U shape, where if you do something too little or too much, it's bad, but there is some sweet spot in the middle, right? If he were to not at all tweet, then I think he's losing an opportunity to reach his audience directly. This is one of the reasons why he was able to do so well in 2016. He was able to bypass the mainstream media. So if you were to not tweet at all or very little, that might be bad. But if he tweets too much, or certainly with the type of valence that he uses now, I think that's also detrimental to him. But it demonstrates to you how difficult it is for someone when they are psychologically committed to a set of actions to receive any feedback to try to temper them. So, because I'm sure that there are people within his inner camp that tell him, hey, Mr. President, can we tone it down? But he's not going to listen. And I think, regrettably, for him, it's to his detriment. So there you have it. I was kind of stumped by this tweet because even yours truly, the universal king of satire. See here, I'm speaking in self-aggrandizing ways humorously, although of course it is true that I am the universal king of satire. I wasn't able to tell whether he was being humorous or whether he was being genuine in his grandiosity. There you have it, folks. A few thoughts before I head off to my MBA lecture. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon. Cheers.